Hey guys, so this is my late 2011 13-inch Macbook Pro. As you can see, it's a bit battered and bruised, has a key missing of which I've ordered a replacement for, but it still hasn't arrived a week later. It's a bit battered and bruised, has a few scratches on it. It's pretty dusty in that, but the main thing that's actually bugging me about this machine is the hard drive, booting performance, and regular sort of application use, and literally how long it takes to get going. Anyway, the main thing I'm going to be doing today is upgrading the hard drive in this MacBook Pro to an OCZ Agility 3. I will also be re-upgrading this system to 4 gigs of RAM. So what we're going to do is make sure we shut down properly. So we go to the Apple logo and select shut down to fully shut the system down. For this process, you're actually going to need a Phillips 00 screwdriver. This is a very small screwdriver, and a Torx T6 screwdriver for removing the hard drive itself. For step 1, we're going to want to remove the back panel of the MacBook Pro. To do this, going to grab our Phillips 00 screwdriver and just simply remove all of the screws on the back of the MacBook Pro. Don't forget though that the top 3 screws to the right are actually physically longer than the rest of the screws in the MacBook Pro casing, so you might want to put them separately just so you don't put them in the wrong places. To remove the memory, simply just pull apart the 2 prongs holding the memory in place, and the memory modules would flick up. Literally just lift them out at an angle so they don't break the slots, and it will come out very easily. To reinstall memory, again just position them into the slots first, and then push them down under the clips to keep them secure. Now getting to the SSD install. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is obviously take out our old hard drive. So to do that, use your Phillips 00 screwdriver to actually unscrew this little plastic piece that holds the hard drive in place. Next up, we can literally just lift that out and put this to the side. Don't worry, the screws will stay in this plastic piece. You don't need to worry about losing them. Next up, we can pull the hard drive out using a little plastic tab that's already on it, and just want to remove the SATA cable, being sure not to rip it because it is very thin. Next up, use your Torx T6 screwdriver that I mentioned earlier to remove the 4 screws that are actually screwed into the hard drive itself. Then the next step is to actually install these onto the SSD itself, and you will also probably want to pull that plastic piece off the old hard drive and put it on the SSD so you can easily remove it if you ever need to. Now the screws are installed, your drive is ready for reinstallation. To put it back in the slot, basically just want to reinstall your SATA cable, again being sure not to break it because it is very thin. Then you want to slide it in backside first so that the Torx screws that we just installed actually fit in to their little holes. Then you want to get that plastic piece that we removed earlier, and with your Phillips 00 screwdriver you want to reinstall that and screw it back in to hold the drive in place. And now you are basically done. All we need to do now is just reinstall the back panel. So you just want to place it over, get your 3 longer screws and put them in the 3 top right screw holes first, just in case, just so you don't screw them in the wrong holes, because that would be bad. Then you just basically want to screw all of the other screws back in, flip it over and see if it boots. Don't forget that if you're installing this SSD to completely replace your other hard drive, you will need a USB stick or recovery drive to reinstall Mountain Lion when you power your MacBook back on. Now, my SSD already had an install going on it, so we're just going to boot the system up for the first time. And as you can see, 7 seconds in, we already have the Apple logo, and in 12.8 seconds, we are already booted into Mountain Lion. So to see if the SSD has showed up properly, we're going to go to About This Mac, System Report, and if we look in SATA devices, we can see OCZ Agility 3. As you can see, it's running SATA 6 gigabit per second, and trim is fully supported. So to sort of test the SSD, I decided to launch up Final Cut Pro 10, and boom, it's already done. In a couple of seconds, I can launch up Final Cut Pro 10, and as you can see, the same with iPhoto, which usually takes a very long time on a regular hard drive. So there you go, there was my installation of a OCZ Agility 3 SSD in a MacBook Pro. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If it helped you out, please leave a like. You can also hit subscribe, as there is coverage of NVIDIA's GTX Titan coming soon. So subscribe for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.